machine. Practicing my vows, every syllable a seed on a concrete promise. Born from a need, they saw a tour guide, a local with a cheap bike. I saw the whole damn globe under a street light. The wind off the water was my only applause, sharpening my tongue against their foreign laws. Every hello was a brick, every tourist a test, building my foundation, putting hunger to rest. They left with photos, I left with the code, a different kind of payload on this lonely road. Talking to the tourists for the world tour, planted on my seeds by the West Lake shore. They were on vacation, I was on the verge, watching from the margins till my time emerged. Yeah, West Lake, English Corner, that's the genesis, where the echo of my future started telling me this. Then a letter came, postmarked from a different world. A friendship born from paper, a new flag unfurled. Ken Morley from New Lambton saw something they didn't see. Sent my broken English, he sent it back with corrections for me. Reading between the lines, rewriting my life's directions. Double-spaced paragraphs, holding pivotal lessons. Then the invite came, a different hemisphere. First time I left the motherland, faced a different fear. Touchdown in Australia, saw a world they never taught us. The propaganda by China being the richest, they bought us and sold us a lie. I saw it clear under a southern sky. My whole worldview shattered, had to let the homie die. Can change your whole map. One open door can break you out of the trap. They told me the world was flat, I saw the curve with my own eyes. He didn't just teach me a language, now he taught me how to rise above the programming. The walls they build inside your head, the most important lessons are the ones that are never said in any textbook. It was a look, a gesture, a chance he took.
The ink on the page was a eulogy for the life I was supposed to lead. Calculus of doubt, they did the division and the answer wasn't me. 120 questions, I only got one entrance, and the door was locked twice. They called it a dead end, I called it a lesson. The job at the chicken spot, 24 applies, smell of the grease, and the manager sneer as he passed me by. 23 said yes, I'm the one they couldn't clear. Left the taste in my mouth, saltier than a single tear. They see a deficiency, a flaw in the design. I see a probability anomaly, a rare find. They playing checkers with my future, moving pieces on a board. I'm playing ghosts, surrounding the whole damn thing, waiting for my reward. The number said no, the vision said when. The number said I'm done, said do it again. The numbers made me an outcast, a statistic, a ghost. So I memorized the numbers till I knew them the most. pushing pedals with a spine full of splinters, delivering the magazines through angels' cold winters. Heavy bundles of their stories while I'm trying to write my own. Felt the weight of every page, felt the chill in every bone. Rejected from the hotels, said I wasn't tall enough to serve. Another measurement, another standard, another nerve. Hit the library on Sunday, the only church that felt true. Memorizing formulas till my knuckles turned blue. Reading Lou Yao's life, saw a future I had to refuse it. A cautionary tale of a genius drowning, knew I had to lose it. Or I'd be him, a talent trapped by circumstance and fate. So I swallowed all the pride and I learned to recalculate. The number said no, the vision said when. The number said I'm done, I said do it again. The numbers made me an outcast, a statistic, a ghost. So I memorized the numbers till I knew them the most. Every door they slammed shut, just tempered the steel. Made the hunger more real, made the vision reveal itself in the darkness, a fire that wouldn't extinguish. I collected every no like a debt I would relinquish, with interest compounding daily inside of my chest. They thought they were crushing a spirit, they were putting it to the test. They didn't bury a body, they planted a seed. Now watch it break the concrete, fueled by nothing but need. The number said no. So
Chalk dust on my fingers, teaching English to the youth. My reflection in the window was a portrait of the truth. A dead-end road, a bicycle, a market full of greens. Knew the dean's whole future, it wasn't in my dreams. Then a voice on the airwaves, a prophet's decree. Ding, southern tour saying to get rich is a glory. Felt a switch in my spirit, a new chapter for the dynasty. A new virtue in the currency, that shit was meant for me. Resigned from the institute, left the iron rice bowl. Traded lesson plans for a business plan to take control. 5 retired teachers, a dusty YMCA room. The first seeds of an empire planted in the gloom.
Jumped in the sea, they call it Haibo. Paying the rent with my faith on a tightrope. Yet a man in hope, but the wallet man broke. Just a hustler's prayer, rising up through the smoke. Gotta keep the hope alive. Gotta make the dream flow.
The sign on the door said hope, translation, a global sound. Reality was peddling trinkets on the cold hard ground. From you to the curb, a peddler in the night, selling plastic carpets underneath the pale moonlight. First month's income wouldn't even cover the damn key. $20 profit, $300 in rent, you see the decree. So I did it all, sold flowers, books, whatever they would buy, just to keep the lights on, just to keep the dream from dying. My students lent a hand, holding banners in the square. Believed in the vision, breathing in that polluted air. This wasn't e-commerce, this was survival, raw and basic. The first hard lesson, the dream's no good until you chase it.
Jumped in the sea, they call it Haibo. Paying the rent with my faith on a tightrope. Yeah, the name and hope, but the wallet man broke. Just a hustler's prayer, rising up through the smoke. Gotta keep the hope alive. You gotta make the dream flow. Then the phone rang, a government dispute in Tonga County. A highway deal gone sour, they needed my translation bounty. A failing business, a broke man was my only reputation. But my English was the key, my struggle was a qualification. They didn't see a tycoon, they just saw a man who could speak. Didn't know they were handing me the future that I seek. One job, one flight, one chance to break the cycle's hold. The price of the ticket was everything that I had sold.
Make enough mistakes. Don't worry. You fall, you stand up. You fall, you step. Enjoy it.
government dispute. Didn't know I was flying towards the future. Just knew I was flying away from this.
Possible, baby, empty-handed on the government's mission.
Escaped to Seattle, landed in misty rain. My boy said, Jack, I got something that's gonna rewire your brain. Sat me at a terminal, a beige colored box. Said, this is the net, it's about to change all the clocks. First time I ever touched a keyboard, felt the static hum. Didn't know the first thing about it, I was playing dumb. He said, search for anything, so I typed in BEER. 1,000 German loggers, American brands prepared. My mind was blown, a library for the whole damn planet. Then I typed in CHINA and took it all for granted until the screen was blank. Saw the whole world through a CRT screen. A digital ghost where my home should have been. Yeah, a blank page where an empire could grow. The future just whispered what I needed to know. This ain't a highway, nah, it's a new Silk Road. A nation of a billion, invisible online, a digital wasteland, a virtual gold mine. I told him build a page, just something small and fast for my little translation company, make the vision last. He coded something ugly, a digital plea. By noon, 5 emails hit me. What's an email to me? From Germany, from Japan, from the USA. A global conversation happened in half a day. The world got small, the mission got clear. Everything I was searching for was finally here. This wasn't about translation, this was about connection. A new kind of commerce, a brand new direction. Saw the whole world through a CRT screen. A digital ghost where my home should have been. Yeah, a blank page where an empire could grow. The future just whispered what I needed to know. This ain't a highway, nah, it's a new Silk Road.
Booked a flight home empty-handed on the government's mission, but my suitcase was heavy. Packed a 40 dice 6 processor, smuggling the future back in my carry-on. A game had changed. Now I just needed to learn the rules.
Back from the future, suitcase full of code. Planted the China Pages flag on a digital road. My partner, he yobbing, a true believer too. Selling websites to clients who ain't even got a view. We was selling ghosts, promises on a wire, printing out screenshots to fuel the damn fire. Trust me, you're online. That was the whole pitch. 20,000 yuan to scratch an unknown itch, but the vision was working. The traction was slow. Lakeview Hotel booked solid, watching the seas grow. We were the first mapping out a ghost town, feeling like kings. Didn't know the jungle had bigger, hungrier things.
Riding a blind tiger, couldn't see the claws. Thought we were partners, learned to stay plays by different laws. Yeah, I built the whole damn thing from a single thought, then watch him feed my dream to the beast I brought. It's a price of a lesson that can't be taught.
Hang
Angel Telecom, a branch with a bit of fruit. They invested the capital, I invested my soul. Then the boardroom dynamics swallow me whole. 5 votes to my 2. Every motion they refute. My creation, my baby strangled in a corporate dispute. They stole the name, the concept, the damn domain. Left me as a general manager in the pouring rain. A title with no power, a captain on a sinking ship. Felt the taste of betrayal on my damn lip. Had to walk away empty. Watch them erase my name. That's the first rule of power in this dirty game.
Riding a blind tiger, couldn't see the claws. Thought we were partners, learned to stay plays by different laws. Yeah, I built the whole damn thing from a single thought, then watched them feed my dream to the beast I brought. It's the price of a lesson that can't be told.
Traded my founder's chair for a desk and a government tie. A .gov casualty on the information highway. Watching my rivals fly by, buried in bureaucracy. A fish out of the sea. Then they told me play tour guide for the king of Yahoo, Jerry. Stood with him on the Great Wall, a giant from another coast. He spoke of Silicon Valley, and I was just his host. But in that conversation, a flicker in the dark, he saw a fellow founder, not just a government mark. It was a reminder of the world I was meant to seize. Planted a single seed of hope in the bitter Beijing breeze. Packed my bags that night, the air was thick with defeat. But a lesson paid for in blood is a lesson you keep. Vowed I'd never be a minority, sharing my own future. Never ride a tiger you don't own. Back to Haibo, back to the apartment this time. We built a fortress.
In the next 5 to 10 years, what will Alibaba become? Our competitors are not in China, but in Silicon Valley.
From the Lakeside apartment, we move like Shaolin. 18 our hats, the discipline is dialed in. From Hangzhou to the globe, let the revolution begin. They call us crazy. This is the round we win.
Alright, circle up. This ain't a meeting, it's a genesis. Forget the blind tigers, forget the bitter premises. They tried to bleed us dry, left us for dead in a government file. Now we rebuild the whole damn thing with a different style. No more partnerships with predators, no more playing their game. I'm thank you gang in this. My sword is my own name. I need your houses, your savings, your undivided trust. We turning this dusty apartment into digital gold dust. Silicon Valley's the target, yeah, I'm aiming for the crown. This time we don't just build a page, we burn the kingdom down.
Joe Tsai.
Flew in from Hong Kong, left a 6-figure salary. Stepped in the apartment, smelled the hustle, not the gallery. 10 pairs of shoes at the door, the air was hot and thick. This ain't a boardroom, this is the belly of a lunatic. But I saw the fire in his eyes, the loyalty in the room. A team of true believers ready to charge until they doom. I called my wife, said, honey, this is either genius or a sin. He gave them all equity from day one, he let them in. I left the world of finance for a profit in a cheap chair. Cause a vision as pure as impossibly rare.
From the Lakeside apartment, we move like Shaolin. 18 our hats, the discipline is dialed in. From Hangzhou to the globe, let the revolution begin. They call us crazy, this is the round we win. Crazy.
$50 a month, sleeping on the floor when the coding gets deep. My wife thinks I'm insane, she hears his promises in her sleep. But I followed him from China pages, followed him from the dirt. I'd follow this man through the gates of hell in a ripped t-shirt. He paints a world we can't see, but he makes you feel it's true. We're not just employees, we're the chosen goddamn few. This ain't a job, it's a mission, a faith you can't articulate. We're the 18 disciples at the digital heaven's gate. So let them laugh, let them doubt, they don't feel this energy. We're building a new dynasty for the whole world to see.
Ninjas in suits, they drawing maps to Treasure Island. Chasing after legends, Moby Dick, the financial titan. I'm on a different page, yeah, simpler kind of motion. Learn my whole damn strategy from a movie about the ocean. Forest on the water when the hurricane was forming. All the big ships and the smart money, they ignored the warning. They were too busy calculating, competing, playing it safe. When the storm passed, he was the only captain in the base. Sometimes the simplest idea is the only one that stays. They can hunt Moby Dick, I'm out here farming the sea. A million little shrimp is an army, you see. They call it stupid simple, I just call it a key to unlock the whole damn market they were too blind to see. They said it was a dumb idea, and talk your little story, but stupid is as stupid does. And they're the ones who missed it. Run, Forrest, run.
Yeah, heard a shock from San Jose. We're swimming in my waters, talking about global platforms, buying up our sons and daughters on PowerPoint slides and Harvard business degrees. They thought $1 billion check was all they need to appease the market, but this ain't a market, this a battlefield that needs you. Can't read the soul of my city from your corporate spreadsheets. You talk user fees, commissions, a structured global plan. I'm arming every merchant with a shop inside their hand for free. Yeah, you can't comprehend the strategy. You see a lost leader, I see a future dynasty. You're a shark in the ocean, I'm a crocodile in the Yangtze. This is my river, my rules, you can't stand me. Your Boeing 747 is majestic, I'll admit, but you can't land that monster in a schoolyard, that's just it. You migrated servers, moved the whole damn fight offshore, left the user staring at a loading screen, wanting more while we were building community. A digital town square with Alibaba open, showing that we actually care. They said free is not a business model, that's the line they fed you. While 1 million new merchants signed up on the platform I led you to. You saw a rival, I saw a carcass, smelling blood in the water. Your quarterly reports got sad and your stock began to totter. You're a shark in the ocean, I'm a crocodile in the Yangtze. This is my river, my rules, you can't stand me. The numbers started turning, your market share in free fall. $100 million spent just to hit a brick wall. Panic calls back to San Jose, the analysts are confused. How the local upstart leave their global strategy bruised and used. You try to buy me out, a lowball offer full of pride. I sent you back to California with nowhere left to hide. This ain't about the money, it's about the mandate. You try to buy a country, but you couldn't even infiltrate. This is my river. Welcome to the Yangtze. The river always wins.
Yeah. 15 years ago, I stood on these same streets with a pocket full of vision and holes in my feet. Begging for 2 million, they showed me the door, sent me back across the water, broken and poor. Now I'm back at the Waldorf, the whole world's in line. The lines around the block just trying to get a piece of mind. They see the orange prospectus, the numbers in the book, but they don't see the rejections, the chances that we took. Came here with a dream and left here with a no. Came back with an empire, now watch the whole world know. BABA more than a ticker, it's a key. Unlocking the first day of 100 into your dream. Yeah, we started from the bottom, now we here for the century. This ain't the finish line, this is for the legacy. Yeah. This is for the legacy. This ain't for the pinstripes, the analysts, the suits. This is for they 18 believers who nourish the roots. Back in Lakeside Gardens when the future was a prayer. This for every single shrimp who had to gasp for air. In an ocean full of whales who were told they were too small. This bell ain't just for me, nah, this bell rings for you all. This paper fortune is a tool, a means to an end. A way to build a future, a way to make amends for a broken system, for a world that wouldn't listen. This is the moment that makes the whole damn vision glisten. BABA more than a ticker, it's a key. Unlocking the first day of 100 into your dream. Yeah, we started from the bottom, now we here for the century. This ain't the finish line, this is for the legacy. Hey, the bell rings, the numbers flash, but that's just a moment. A snapshot, a headline that fades by the next trading day. The real victory isn't the valuation, it's the validation. But even that is temporary. The house that Jack built isn't made of stock or stone. It's made of time. 102 years. This wasn't the end of the story. This was just the end of the beginning.